I'm so glad I saw that truck up close. Because I've seen the gray truck going around in circles, going around circles to me, my buddy's house and shit, when I was at my, this thing. This is going back over a week ago. I seen it last, but during that week I saw it at least 2 or 3 times. By the time I got out there, I was always missing it. When you see something from a distance or you see it in the camera, you may not have the color down pat and that kind of thing. So when I upload this, I'll see if I can get the plate number off that truck, and if I can, I'll look up the plate number and see where he's from, who he is. So just for the hell of it, I want to describe this again. Okay, so when I came out on the trail, usually they're over here. But this time, he was right there. He was somewhere over here, in behind this tree or whatever. I don't know, because I wasn't paying attention to him. And I saw the van go behind that building over there, and I only caught the lettering on the van looked similar to the lettering on that cleaning van that I spotted about a month or so back, maybe longer. And I caught that cleaning van twice, and one of the times I caught him, we were face to face when he came around the corner. And then later when I seen that same dude, he'd shaved his beard off. I'm assuming he shaved it off, and it was not a fake beard, I'm assuming. And anyway, he shaved it off, and I saw him in another vehicle, that little black car, weeks later. So changing faces, changing vehicles. That gray truck was never on camera until now, so hopefully it uploads when I go back. When I go back, I'll upload these videos. If the truck's on there, that's great. I'll add it to the list. And I know that I'm going to be almost, like I said, I'm 90-something% sure now, just in the way he acted. So he stopped there as I'm talking to the camera. He was sitting there the whole time. Talking about 3-4 minutes went by from the time I was sitting here, standing here, and he sat there. Granted, no cars pulled up behind him to make him leave or anything like that. Not that I noticed, because I wasn't really paying attention to him so much, but I did recognize him sitting there. So I thought maybe as I pulled onto the street here and started heading up the street, I thought, well, maybe he was just sitting there waiting for me. He saw me on the bike and he didn't want to pull out in front of the bike or whatever. So I go over there. I look around the building for the van. I realize the van is not the van I'm looking for. So as I'm coming back out, he's now left that area and he's parked way up the street there on the right with his flashers on, pulled to the side of the road. So I just happened to catch him with his head kinked around looking at me. And I'm saying, what the fuck? So again, it's easy when you're on a bike or you're on foot. If I was in a car, I'd have to go all the way around the block. I'd have to go around the parking lot. You can't just stop in the middle of the road and jump out of a vehicle, right? So it's nice being on foot. It's nice being on the bike because I can do this a lot easier. So once I saw him sitting there on the side of the road, I start approaching the vehicle, and then of course he got eye contact and he knows he's got to get the fuck out of there. He sees the camera, so he probably figured I was going to be going to a store over there, and he was just monitoring what I was doing, taking pictures, videos, whatever he's doing, and that's it. So it feels good to get him on my camera rather than just the house camera, because I know he's on my buddy's house camera too, because I'm pretty sure that was the time I seen him circling that time. I'm pretty sure I was at my buddy's house up the street from my kid's house when I seen that happening. So anyway, pretty funny. Funny that anybody who thinks they're doing something slick and thinks that they're being smart about shit, they're really not. But maybe they don't care. That's the other question I've had for myself. Is it only intimidation, or is it intimidation with intent? Are they intimidating me with intent, or are they accidentally getting caught every day? Because this is an everyday thing. So the amount of money that's being spent on tracking me is in the tens of thousands of dollars, just in the tracking fees. Okay, just in paying these people to change shifts like this, gas, vehicles, personnel. It's a lot of money. And you think of how many years they've been doing this, and then on top of how many years they've been doing it, how much they picked up on it over the last few months. So over the last few months, and me only noticing it in the last 2 months, I'd say. It's been about 2 months now, I think, since I really noticed, and I started tracking them. I'll have to go back and look at the dates. Something like that. I'm going to change the camera around so I can walk and talk. Okay, that should do it. And that should do it. Something like that. Yeah, so it's a lot of fucking money. It's a lot of money to throw around at tracking a nobody. That's the thing. I mean, they're acting like I joke around about it in other videos and say they act like they're taking down Al Capone or something, So fucking stupid. I mean, I'm broke. I own nothing. I don't own a home. I don't own a vehicle. I don't own shit. And I like it that way. I've always been that way. Most of my life. I got sucked in a few times to falling into the trap of thinking that material objects meant something. They don't. So good for me that I'm in that position in this case, because that's another thing they're looking for. They're because one of the agencies is trying to prove that I'm making money, buku bucks, hand over fist, and I'm rolling in fucking dough. That's what one of the agencies trying to get on me. and it's not true. So it's easy to prove that it's not the case. Most everything that I've done in the last, most of my life for that matter, but in the last 15 years is favors, barters, and most of the time when you do things for money, at least me anyway, it turns out to be a loss of money. I don't make anything because something goes wrong with something, you're doing something, a job for somebody, and they say, yeah, you do a nice job, I'm going to give you this much. Well, if it's not something you do often and you're just getting used to doing it, you're going to make mistakes and shit happens, and next thing you know, it ends up costing you money to do a job for someone else. So that happens a lot over the years, you know. So as far as making money, that doesn't really interest me. So that agency's wasting their fucking time, but they'll do what they got to do anyway. And then, and the funny thing is too, is that all these agencies, we're supposed to believe that they're all separate, you know, local police, state police, FBI, NSA, IRS, you name it. You name it. I mean, there's so fucking many of them. So many three-letter abbreviations for these agencies, right? They all work together. They're all part of the same fucking scam. And here I am. I'm trying to show you guys. That's why I say it's important that if there is anyone real coming to my channels and you're a real person, this is the biggest, what I'm showing you people is the biggest thing that's ever happened to humankind. It's the biggest revelation that's ever happened to humankind. It's based on reality. It's based on what we can see with our own eyes. It's not based on false bullshit from Elon Musk or NASA or anyone else like that, you know. These federal agencies or government agencies, you know. What I'm showing you, we can all see for ourselves. And we could get it out there. We could put it out there and get it past them if everybody pulled together. But nobody will. Nobody will look. Then that, what does that make everybody an agent? Pretty much, in my book, yeah. So that's why these guys have a need, a desperate need to get me on something that they can hold me on. They don't want to just get me on some minor fucking charge. Hey, how's it going? Like, on a minor thing. They want to do it a bigger thing, you know? Something major. So that's what they're going to do. And then you got the guy with the electric bike. I'm actually riding in his trail on the way back now, and we'll see if we spot him along the way, you know. I guess I could ride a little ways. Here goes a chemtrail jet, mineral streets. You know, so even saying those key terms, call attention to your channels. We're all supposed to be so, everybody is, I won't say supposed to be. Everyone's so impressed by Elon Musk coming out and telling us shit that we already knew, right? About Twitter. It's all of them. It's all of them. The same people who introduced you to Yahoo are the same people who are running Google, are the same people that are running every other fucking thing. They're all part of this fake ass system. I'm trying to show you the real system. I'm trying to show you the true creator's energy that we all have use of. We can use it to communicate with. We can use it to move around in this realm. Yes, that's true. You're not going to take your biocarbons with you when you're moving around using the true creator's energy, because you don't need to. So all this information falling on deaf ears because the people that claim to be on my channel and claim to be interested are mostly agents. So what they do is they throw everybody off, they twist everything, confuse everybody, they bring everyone back to the same old fucking lies. Yeah, we're living in a matrix. Yeah, it's the religions, one religion or another. Yeah, it's the science. Yeah, go with science, you know? It's all bullshit. They're full of shit about everything. False math, false science, false fucking everything. Okay, so my guy in the white truck is off today. He's not on duty. It was that gray truck. That gray truck was my guy for today. And I saw him just as well as he saw me. So we won't be seeing him anymore today. When I come out the other side of the trail, I don't even expect to see anybody anymore today. Because they are watching my videos, and I'm purposely posting the videos of them for several reasons. And one of them is to see how they react to something that I post. They know this, I know this. I tell them ahead of time. So then but it leaves them no choice. They can't keep sending the same vehicle, the same face, at the same time of day, all the time. They can't do that. If I'm posting and saying, "Hey, hi, I see you seeing me," you know. So they have to go along with what I'm doing, and they have to send a new vehicle and a new face, and they do. But that's expensive, and they have to, you know, and they got to put it all together. They send new people all the time. Like, for example, the guy in the blue car that I told you was walking the two dogs. I don't think I'm going to see him for a long time now. I was seeing him every other day. You know, twice a week, let's say. 2 to 3 times a week, maybe, something like that. But almost every other day I would see him. And then when I post the picture of his car, or video of his car, and I look up his plate, find out he's from another town, and I follow him a little bit. I had him followed, whatever. And then I post that information. All of a sudden, it's another vehicle. Now, it might have been the same dude in disguise that was in that red vehicle. That little red compact car. Not too compact, but it's a little red compact car. It wasn't an economy, small, tiny little thing, but it was small. It's not a sedan, it's not an SUV, it's just call it a compact. But anyways, we do the trees some more too on the way back. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's nice to be able to show you guys that it's everywhere. It's everything. It's all the time. It is our system. This is the true creator's work that I'm showing you. And the false creator slash creators work too as well, to be honest with you. So, it's because you're looking at a bio species when you're seeing all these trees and leaves and everything like that. So although the true creators builders are building everything, they are building biospecies according to the false creator and slash creator. So anyways, the old guy in the red car, he might be the same guy that was walking his dogs, because he had the dogs with him the day he was in the red car. So if he is the same guy that was driving the blue car, and he might be, because they did look similar, but again, they can change their disguises fairly easily, and I can't confirm things on a 1 or 2 minute viewing, sometimes seconds. I might have my eyes on the vehicle for a minute or two, but face to face, seeing his face, only a couple seconds at a time, right? That's why it's nice when I can get their face on camera. But with the tinted glass and everything going on nowadays, that's not easy either. You got a lot of glare off the windows, plus tinted glass and everything. So I don't want to turn what I'm doing into just only investigating the investigators, because that's boring and it's fucking gay, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to go along with their shit. So I could go there with it. So it might be the same guy, is what I'm saying, just wearing something a little bit different. Even that guy I just saw in the gray truck, he could almost pass for the other guy who I said shaved his beard. The guy who shaved his beard from the time I seen him in the van to the time I seen him in the black car. And also in the black car, he was wearing a face mask on his way down, took the face mask off on the way out. That's when I recognized him and said to myself, I was like, that's the same dude. He just shaved his beard. That's the same guy that was driving that cleaning van. Okay. So, and then the kid that I chased in the truck, the kid that was in the silver truck back when I first started doing the videos on these guys, I'm not seeing him anymore. And it might be, he might have gotten shit for it, for being so obvious about getting called out. But that's not fair to him either, because the other guy in the black SUV and the old guy that I'm talking about, he was a couple years ago, he was driving a black tinted out Cadillac looking thing. It could have been a Yukon, it could have been a GMC. Point being, it was one of those really big ass SUV type things with really dark glass, and even the windshield was tinted out dark. So I spotted him a couple times over the years. And then also that same guy was running the two-tone Subaru up on the paved lot up off the main drag, and he would be waiting there all the time. And sometimes you'd see him meeting with other people, and the other car would pull in right next to him. I'm positive about that too. They bought that fucking lot. They bought someone, probably my old boss, I'm assuming. He's a multi-millionaire, and I've seen him do shit like this before to other people. He probably bought that lot and had it paved as a watching area. He don't give a fuck. It's a tax write-off for him. He don't give a shit. He'll spend thousands, tens of thousands. He don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. It's all just something to do for these guys. When you got that much money, you don't give a fuck. It's just a matter of winning. Who's gonna win? So he's got the money to win, and that's what he does every time. I'm gonna try changing that. I'm working on it. That's separate. I don't talk too much about it, but I'm working on something to take care of him. And even that, it's not going to hurt him. It's no big deal. It's not going to hurt him. If I'm even successful at putting together several lawsuits against him, that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to get together the people that were all involved in some of the fuck jobs that he had done over the years. And it's coming together. I'm getting a hold of people. I haven't talked to some of these people in over 10 years, so no. They're wondering what the hell I'm talking about. Calling me out of the blue. So I got to make small talk with everybody first. How's it been? How you doing? How's things been going? That kind of thing. Are you sick? Are you feeling this? Are you feeling? And then I'll work into that, and then I tell them what I got going on, and then you got the little old lady that she's hot. She's hot on doing this something to get this fucker back, because she lost a lot of money. She lost her life savings fighting him in court, and that's the way he does things, and he don't really care. Because again, it's just tax write-offs to him. To her, it was her whole entire life savings. Or more than half of it, at least anyway. The battery's dying fast on this fucking thing, huh? Wow. Sure is. So this phone ain't gonna be too good for too much longer. Battery dies deader than a doornail in less than 2 hours. That's why those videos are coming in all pixely, very pixely. Trying to get up the hill to see if this car is a neighbor or a watcher. Okay, who's a neighbor? see.